Good day, RGV. Today on Valley por Vida, there's a lot to dive into, from a local 956 themed beverages to magic and online tricks to an exclusive sit down with the IndyCar driver Graham Rahal and more. Don't go anywhere. Valley por Vida starts right now. Hey there, and thanks again for joining us today. I'm your host, Danielle Banda, and today we're starting off the show with some Valley pride. Have you ever left work for the weekend, headed home, and enjoyed a nice cold one? Okay, maybe you have, but have you ever enjoyed a beverage made specifically from Valley residents, in and out, the whole way through? Big River Brewery prides themselves on making great tasting drinks here in our hometown, and they're so excited to offer 956 themed items for you to enjoy. Now, this is a pretty interesting concept, so we had to drop by their location in Far to check it out. Here's today's Fun with Food segment.
Well, Big River Brewery is a family-owned and operated business, so along with my wife Berta, we own and operate Big River Brewery. We opened up in 2016, and so we've been in operation for about 5 years now. So Big River Brewery is unique in the sense that we're the first brewery to have scaled up to distribution, and we distribute our products valley-wide. And we're also unique in the sense that we're the first brewery to can products here in the valley and have them available at different retail outlets. Yeah, so this is the Big Dill Kettle Sour. This is a pickle beer. So we actually came up with this recipe. I have to give credit where credit is due. The craft brewery industry is very innovative, so there are other breweries that have made pickle beer, but we recognize that this is something that would appeal to many of the people here in the valley, so we jumped on it, and for a little bit over a year now, we've been making the Big Dill Kettle Sour. So this is a kettle sour that we make here at our brewery. It incorporates the use of dill pickles. It's tart. It's also pretty refreshing. And it just tastes really good, and it's something that I think has really resonated with people here in the valley, and they really enjoy this product. Unfortunately, we're a small brewery, so our batches are kind of small, but we are in the process of upgrading into a bigger system, brew house, that was going to allow us to produce more beer. So that should be available towards the end of February, hopefully March. You know, if everything goes well with the remodel and the construction and our equipment is operational as scheduled, as we had planned. Yeah, so COVID has been a real challenge for us. The county judge has closed all bars, and so we're considered a bar. And so our tap room has been closed since last year, March. And the way we've been able to stay in business is we've been having curbside sales. We've been having Saturday pickup sales, but our main source of distribution is through H-E-B. So we've been selling our products through H-E-B, and that's how we've been able to stay in business. So Big River Brewery is located here in Far. We're just west of the expressway on Olana. You can also find us on our social media pages. We're active on Facebook and Instagram. We also have a TikTok account. Our website is www.bigriverbrewery.net. All of our information that we post on Facebook is linked to the website. So if you don't have Facebook, you can keep up to date with Big River Brewery on our website. So I invite you all to try our products, Big River Brewery. You can find our products in the craft beer section of your local H-E-B, or follow our social media pages and website for information on our curbside sale, usually held here at the brewery on Saturdays.
There you go. You're invited to visit their brewery in Far to check out some of their 956 themed beverages this holiday season and for the new year. You can also visit their website for details on their specific products, as well as see if they're hosting any fun community events soon. Their team says every sip is like magic. And speaking of magic, we actually had the chance to catch up with a magician from the Rio Grande Valley who's been on national tours with the likes of so many celebrities for his magic bits. His name is Fabian, and he He loves making people smile and even be a little confused when it comes to the wonder and awe of all that magic has to offer. During the pandemic, he even offered virtual magic shows for people to help spread laughter and bring smiles to people's faces. And we caught up with him to learn more about his experiences being a magician.
And the way I see it, magic is about creating and protecting human interactions, which are, at the end of the day, sincere. And now with the virtual show, what's happening there, it's all about connection and relevance and a reminder of everything that's going on that's actually good. They combine strong, never-before-seen magic.
Feel free to visit Fabian's website for details on his upcoming shows in person and online like you just saw. And be sure to scroll down for his social media handles so that you can keep up with all that he's got going on. And since we're on the topic of all things magical, I wonder how much you know about it, about the origin and more. Well, we're about to find out because it's time now for our Fun Facts segment. Well, according to none other than abracadabra.com, the term magic is actually Greek. It comes from the ancient word magia, and the Persian priests used to call it magosh or magoi, but its derivative is from Greece. Also, magic was used as a form of entertainment at fairs. See, different performers would keep the audience entertained with little tricks like juggling or sword swallowing, and then later in the 18th century, it became a little bit more respectable of a practice. Also, we all have this image of what a magician looks like on stage, right? I mean, he's supposed to wear, for example, a coat and a hat. It turns out the performer Alexander Herman, also known as Herman the Great, was a French magician who would always wear a top hat, a goatee, and a tailcoat to be exact. So then after he grew so popular, people just expected other magicians to just dress like him. And according to the site, for a long time, magicians refused to reveal their methods to anyone in the audience. It was just a secret. That's until the first publication about magic tricks came out by Reginald Scott back in the 1500s. And it was a collection of just a few books that revealed how some popular tricks were born and the magic that went behind it. To this day, anyone who wants to find out how a certain trick is performed can just log online and you're almost sure to find the answer. And lastly, since we do live in the modern world, the site says that there are online magic tricks designed specifically for internet audiences nowadays. It's kind of like what Fabian's doing right now. Online magic is super popular these days, but back then, the first viral online magic trick was called Esmeralda's crystal ball, and some believe that her computer had supernatural powers. Of course, it was all revealed later on when a special website page debunked the trick, but it's interesting to think how even internet magic can make us wonder. All right, well, we hope you learned something new, and we've got lots more to come. It's actually time now to take a commercial break, and then we've got to look at your local weather updates. But be sure to stay tuned because Valley por Vida will be back. Now, we'll be speaking to professional IndyCar driver Graham Rahal about what he's been up to, and he's got some tips for us to keep in mind when it comes to tire safety if you're going to be driving during the holidays. That info plus a book written by a local author all about the importance of exercising and dieting for health. We'll see you after the break.